What's up guys, Chris here from securitybros, back with another review video, and today I will take a closer look at this affordable auto tracking PTZ POE IP security camera from Fayele. Is it any good? Let's find out. So if you're looking for a decent auto tracking PTZ camera for under $200, you probably want to check this camera out. I don't think you will find a much better auto tracking camera in this price range, to be honest. It's not perfect and obviously not the best auto tracking camera you can buy, but when considering its low price with what features it has, I think it's a great value camera. For example, the camera has something called cruise tracking, which means you can set it to patrol between preset points, and when it detects a human, it will start tracking. You can set the duration how long you want the camera to track for before it goes back to patrolling again. And image quality I would say is decent. It's not bad, but of course it can always be better, but I think it's good enough for most situations. The autofocus can be a little slow at times, and it doesn't have the fastest zoom. It says it has 30 times zoom, but I think they mean 20 times optical and 10 times digital. Build quality is really good. The bracket and the top part of the camera is made of metal and the lower part is made of plastic. The camera is quite small, and here you can see a size comparison with the Sunby Illuminati. And I got this camera from AliExpress and I paid $161 plus shipping for it. And if you're interested in buying this camera, you will find my affiliate links in the video description below with the most updated prices. Okay, so the camera uses a 5 megapixel sensor that records in 2590 by 1944 at 20 frames per second. And it has a 4.7 to 94 mm varifocal lens. And if we do a quick calculation, 94 divided by 4.7, we get 20, which means it has 20 times optical zoom. And it can pan 360 degrees and tilt 95 degrees. If you want to record audio or talk through the camera, you need to use external microphone and speaker, since it doesn't have that built in. The camera does not support SD card, but it does support OnVIF. So you should be able to connect the camera to most brands NVRs or software that supports OnVIF. And I did connect the camera to OnVIF Device Manager without any problems. You can also access the camera on your smartphone using an app called Smart Viewer Pro and get instant push notifications when the camera detects motion. However, I never managed to get the push notifications to work. Not sure if it's my phone or just some settings. But to be honest, I didn't spend too much time figuring it out either. So what we get in the box is the camera, bracket, power adapter, quick start guide, some screws and the waterproof connector cover. So the first thing we need to do after the camera is connected to a network is to change the default IP address of the camera to one that will work within our network. And there are a few ways to do that. You can, for example, download a search tool that will find the camera and allow you to change the IP address. There is a download link for that tool in the quick start guide. Another way is to change your computer's IP address to one similar to the camera. And by doing that, we can access the camera's web interface and then change the IP address there. And to do that, we go to the computer's network connections, then right click on the one you're connected to. Then we go into Properties, select Internet Protocol version 4 and then Properties again. So in here we can change the computer's IP address. And since the camera's default IP address is 192.168.1.188, we need to change the computer's IP address to a similar one. So we can, for example, use 192.168.1.185, and when done, click OK. Now if we open up Internet Explorer and type the camera's IP address in the address bar, we can log into the camera and change whatever settings we need. The username is admin and the password is 123456. After you're done, don't forget to change your computer back to obtain an IP address automatically. So let's have a look at what settings we got here. Here on the main screen we got the PTZ controls, and with this slider we can adjust the pan and tilt speed. How the auto tracking works is that the camera uses pre-programmed preset commands that we can call depending on what we want the camera to do. And this camera can only track humans, so for the tracking to work we must have human detection enabled in the settings. And you will find all the preset commands in the quick start guide. So for example, guard tracking is preset 53, so if I call that now it means guard tracking is active, and the camera will stay in this position until it detects a human, and then it will start tracking. After it's done tracking, it will go back to this position, and the default tracking time is 15 seconds, but you can adjust it up to 40 seconds. Cruise tracking is preset 54 to 58, which means you can have the camera patrol between a maximum of 4 preset points, and when the camera detects a human, it will start tracking. When done tracking, it will go back to patrolling. Okay, so in the setup we will find all the camera settings, and there are too many settings to go over one by one, so I will just quickly show them to you, and if there is a settings that you're more interested in, you can just pause the video at any time. Okay, let's have a look at some recordings. Here I have the camera set on cruise between 2 preset points, and all the recordings I'm going to show you are recorded with the highest image quality. In this clip the camera is set on guard tracking. And here's another clip with the camera set on guard tracking. This is at night time, and as you can see in this clip the camera struggles a bit tracking in the dark. It's not as good as in daytime. Another nighttime clip where I moved the camera using preset points. It's not in total darkness here, since there is a few street lights. Alright guys, thank you for watching and I hope you liked this video. For more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. See you next time.